From molecule to mood, nano-infused cannabis drinks hit fast, shift your vibe, and elevate your moment.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Blunt Talks. Today, we're talking about fast-acting cannabis drinks. These drinks are proven to be the fastest way to consume cannabis outside of smoking it. And it's healthier for you, it doesn't hurt your lungs, and it's basically replacing alcohol for the younger generation. Today, we're going to break down everything there is to know about these newly found cannabis drinks that are fast-acting, how they work, how they hit you, where you can get them, price, everything. Stick around, guys. We're going to talk about this shit, and we're going to break it down. It seems as though the younger generation of kids out there are kind of moving towards cannabis drinks, and especially fast-acting cannabis drinks. Usually come in one dose between 20 to 100 milligrams, depending on your tolerance and all that. So a lot of these people, man, especially the younger generation and Gen Z, they're moving away from alcohol. They don't want to deal with the whole alcohol, waking up hungover. It's all about wellness now, guys. Everybody wants to be healthier. Smoking weed isn't really healthy. Even though I smoke a ton of weed, I myself even think about switching to a different method or a hybrid method where I don't smoke as much. I'm getting older and I don't want to die from cancer. And I know a lot of other people feel that way. These cannabis drinks are taking the industry by storm. I feel like in a couple years, 10, 15 years, there could be actual bars that serve cannabis drinks instead of alcohol. I mean, look at the benefits you can get from a cannabis drink opposed to going out and getting drunk off of alcohol. You wake up, you feel like shit, you have a hangover, you can barely make it to work, your day sucks, you gotta rehydrate the whole day. You have a cannabis drink, you don't get none of that. But the issue was, with edibles, even though it solved the consumption method of smoking it and hurting yourself, there's an issue. People didn't like the original edibles. They took too long to kick in. Some people didn't feel the effects, or they took too much because they waited long, they didn't feel anything, and they took more and they ended up having a bad experience. So these new cannabis drinks are scientifically proven to hit you much faster. It's a whole different type of technology they're using with these cannabis drinks that they weren't using with edibles, gummies, stuff like that. You drink one of these cannabis drinks, 100 milligrams, 50 milligrams, they come on set within 10 to 15 minutes. And that's pretty quick, man. I used tincture, and I thought tincture hit you pretty quick, especially if you put it under your tongue, let it absorb through that vein and all that. But I'm telling you guys, yo, these drinks are next level, man. They're sweeping the industry. They're selling them all over the place. They got the real deal in the dispensaries, and they got these fake hemp drinks in the stores, man. So they're all over the place, man. You can get the real deal, little shots from the dispensary, or you can get them in the dude, they're selling them at like 7-Eleven, man. They got cannabis drinks that are mixed with alcohol. They got the double dose, man. Like, it's becoming a big thing. That's why I wanted to do this video, to introduce everybody a little bit. If you haven't really heard of them or haven't seen them or tried them, this is the deal, man. Try them out, bro. I'm telling you, man, this is the new wave in cannabis. You can go to the dispensary, you got like a 50 milligram little shot, probably cost you like 20 bucks, I guess, depending on where you are. These cannabis drinks are using new tech. It's called nano-emulsion. And listen, man, this is like real scientific, so I'm not going to break it down in their terms. I'm going to give it to you in Blunt Talks terms. What it does is it makes the cannabis soluble. It makes it be able to break down in water. That's what the problem was from years and years and years before. They couldn't figure out a way to take cannabis oil or butter and make it soluble, make it so it absorbs in water, because what you would get is a messy, liquidy, substance that the oil kind of rises to the top. So with this nano-emulsion that they're doing, it's basically new tech. They figured out a way to turn cannabis into a water, liquid-based soluble solution that when you ingest it, it doesn't go through the same process that regular edibles would go through, which is your stomach and liver, why the onset is so long. This hits you much quicker. It breaks the cannabis particles into little tiny particles that break down in your system within minutes. And the end product God damn. And the end product that you get is a cannabis product that A, hits you quick fast, B, you can control much easier, and C, it doesn't take that long for you to get high, man. So you're getting all this in a little drink, all the problems that people had with traditional edibles, gummies, brownies, cookies, whatever. It's pretty much solved, man, because you can control this liquid-based soluble cannabis much easier than you can control cannabis butter or gummies, oil, you know, anything else. This is a new tech. I looked it up. I did a ton of research on it. I might not be giving it to you in a scientific way, but basically what I'm telling you is basically what's happening with these cannabis drinks. It's new tech. It breaks down super fast in your body. If you drink it, you'll usually feel it within minutes, just like you would if you drank a beer or had a shot or anything like that. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to take cannabis and replace it with alcohol. And honestly, man, I'm all for it. I truly thought my whole entire life that alcohol was a way worse drug than marijuana would ever be. And I'm not going to get into that because that's a whole other topic that I could probably ramble on for about 20 minutes. But yeah, man, like I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of a opening on these cannabis drinks. I bought one at the dispensary a couple days ago, and yeah, man, they're not bad. They hit you pretty quick. I felt it within, I would say, 10 minutes. I guess it all depends on like your size and your metabolism and all that stuff, but for me, it was about 10, maybe 15 minutes. Obviously, not as fast as if you would smoke it, but still much faster than if you took an edible. Much faster. I mean, like, it's faster than if you take tincture also. So look, man, I like them. I think it's a better solution. I am not a big drinker. I've never really been a big drinker. I like to smoke cannabis. That's why I have a YouTube channel. That's why I have a website totally dedicated to cannabis. Listen, guys, I just made a new website. It's called blunttalkzz.com with 2 Z's. It is a exclusive website. I basically made it because I've always wanted a website where I can go for cannabis smokers to really have a place to find information, laugh, have fun, and just a great website, man. Totally media-driven cannabis index, bro. If you want to listen to articles and learn about cannabis, come check out blunttalkzz.com with 2 Z's, bro. I'm telling you, man, this is a game changer, and I would appreciate anybody's support if you want to come check it out. Also, I'm selling a little bit of merch. You know, I got a couple t-shirts and hoodies with the Blunt Talks name on it. If you want to support the channel, if you want to support me or the Blunt Talks movement, or if you just like the clothing, pick a t-shirt up, man. It's official. You'll love it. Check the channel out. I really would appreciate it, guys. And look, if you have any questions about the alcohol drinks, drop it in the comments. I also have a blog post on my website totally dedicated to this subject. You can read it or listen to it. Totally official. Go check it out. Blunttalkzz with 2Z's.com. Don't forget that, guys. Have a great day. Stay lit. Drop a comment. Subscribe to the channel. Check out the website and have a great day, guys. Peace.